another odd man front with what K-State brings. How much different is theirs versus yours that your offense sees on such a regular basis?
There's a lot of similarities. They flirt with a little more of the 3-3 than the 3-2, but comparison-wise, it's pretty close.
And they incorporate a little four-man with theirs.
They do some four-man like we do. There's a lot of similarities in what we're doing. Coverage-wise, they're doing a couple things differently, but the concepts are all pretty much the same.
They lost maybe their best linebacker in Green, and he's done for the year with a knee injury. Who are some of the guys you look at? Because I know there's a lot of changeover from what you saw a year ago. Who are some of the guys over there you see, like maybe Duke, the defensive end, or anybody in the secondary you say, oh, that guy's a heck of a
Well, their safeties are good players, and they tackle really well. Linebacker play 32, runs around, makes a lot of plays. I see him making plays. Front-wise, a different group, but relentless. They play hard. So they look very similar to what they did. They were a little more experienced in the box last year, but their back end is very experienced with those safeties.
Do y'all as a coaching staff use last year's game as a motivator or as a things that went wrong last year to kind of motivate, or is it mentioned at all in these 2 weeks against Kansas State?
No. I don't think that factors in much. We have to practice well and get ready for this game, and I've never really used past experiences as motivation.
It's Kansas State's top 20 in offense and total and scoring. What challenges do they give your defense?
They do a good job with running the ball. They've always had. They have linemen in their program that they've developed and gotten stronger over the years. Their majority of them are somewhat kind of local, homegrown kids that take pride in that, and they rush the ball really well. They're physical. The improvement that they've made over the last couple of years is their quarterback, who's played how many years now? How many years has he been there? I mean, seriously, 6?
Yeah.
Early member years ago, they were struggling, but he's played so many games now that he's gotten better. I see that as where their improvements come from, is however many games he's played and been around, he's just more experienced.
Mike, K-State's rush defense is number 6 in the country. How much more important does that make it to establish the run on Friday?
Well, I mean, not any more or less. I mean, it's important that we do that in the games from here on out to try to stay as balanced as possible. As I said, this will be the best team we played so far overall in all 3 phases. And so as we continue to try to balance ourselves offensively and allow ourselves to rush the ball well enough to throw the ball, it's important to make a difference who we play from here on out.
What have you seen from them on tape? I know you kind of mentioned the 3-3, 3-2 things with them earlier. What have you seen from them on tape that allows them to have such a good run defense?
Well, they've been successful. They play hard. They don't get out of their gaps much. I don't see that they make a lot of mistakes. And defensively, if you can be in the right spot, tackle okay, and not have mental errors, force teams to have 8, 10, 11-play drives, in most cases the offense is going to mess it up. And they do a good job of that. They're in the right spot. It's much different. When we played them here a few years ago, I don't know how many, I think it was the first year they were there. They had just gone to the 3 down. I think, I can't remember anymore, but the year they played here, and they had some areas where they weren't in the right spot at times. And they've gotten much better at that over the last couple of years in this defense.
K-State's a good team again this year, and we know what happened last year against K-State. What makes you think that this year is going to be different?
Well, hopefully our practices, our concepts that we have based on what they're doing will give us a chance to go out and play better. compete, and I think the attitude of the team, I think they'll play hard. I think they're looking forward to playing in the game.